Hi guys, it's Amy, and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for your time. I always appreciate when you click on my videos. I don't have any finished projects to share with you today, but I do have a couple of updates. The most incredible and the most exciting that I could share with you at this moment is that we had a restructure at work, and my job is going to be secure until I choose to retire. So it has just been such a miracle that I've been able to balance my grandma duties and my still working duties, and I'm just so happy that I can continue that on. So part of that, the dogs are fighting. Psst, go play, go on. So part of that is that I thought that if I wasn't going to be working anymore, I was going to have tons and tons of time to devote to my YouTube channel. And as much as I would love for that to be the case, it's really more important that I continue to work at this point in time. So, yeah, you know, if you don't, I don't think that you have to be a believer to appreciate the statement that if you want to hear God laugh, tell him what your plan is. He's got his own. So anyway, okay, so that's my first thing that I'm super excited. Can't wipe the smile off my face. My job is secure. The next thing to share with you, why I really don't have any finished projects to share today, is that I've really been spending some more time with my husband. We are best friends, we are high school sweethearts, and this week we will be celebrating our 36-year wedding anniversary. So we have been spending some more time together recently. The cicadas are still here a little bit quiet. I'm trying to film a video here. So my husband and I used to game a lot together, and when I started kind of getting into my YouTube channel, we kind of stopped, and it's something that we always did enjoy very much. So we've kind of gotten back into that just a little bit, and so I'm gonna have to share my time of crocheting and creating YouTube channels with my husband. Darn, spending time with my husband. So so that's a big thing. The other thing that I've been spending time with my husband is that he plays the drums. He plays rock band, and then taught himself to play real drums to the rock band scroll, if you know what any of that means. So he has been putting up videos of his own, and I've been helping him with camera situation, and you know, he's got lots of questions on how I run my channel and what he wants to do with his. So that's been really super exciting, because the YouTube channel has been something that's been mine all this time, and he's just kind of not involved, but now he's got it in his own. So I'm super happy about that, and I'm super proud of him. This has been cool. Oh, and I forgot my other thing that I did want to share with you. Hold on. So the other thing that I wanted to share with you is I'm a little bit feeling bittersweet about it, because it's this yarn that you see me, oh, it's super blue in the picture, but it's really super green in life. And this kind of darkish is like a brown that's super, that goes from different shades, different tones. We've seen this. This is my earth yarn, Earth Unique. And this was a project that I shared with you that has been a bit tedious, because you're working in the third loop of a half double crochet. So what happens is it does this great little thing where it pushes this row of stitches to the front. So it's really a fun feel, and there's a bit of stretch to it. And so you grow on one side, and you get to a point, let me share with you, you get to a point, and then you start to go up the other side. Well, I told you guys I was having troubles with this from the get-go, because I love a half double crochet, but it's not always easy for me to count. And if I'm not using stitch markers from the very onset, then I'm toast. So this one I really enjoyed. The edge of it starts not as a point, but kind of as a flatter area here. You get this flat, this is the end point up like here. But I think that the pattern said that when you got to the middle, you know, it was all about weighing your yarn and finding out how much yarn you've used versus how much you've got left. And you were supposed to, at about the 45, when you have about 45% of the yarn used, then you switch over to the decrease side so that you've worked your expanse and then you come back together. Well, I'm trying not to cuss right now. I'm frogging this thing, I'm telling you right off the bat. So it's supposed to come down like this, like I say. I have nowhere near, I think it was supposed to be 41 rows before you start the decrease, and I think I only had 28 rows. So it was already going to be super short. So see, like from here to here, like that's not very long. Where's my little point right here in the center? Like it's not very long. And you can see how far I got on the way back up. But look at what happened on the top. Like this is supposed to, I don't know. I'm holding this kind of even, and look on this side. What the heck happened? This is supposed to be the growing side, and this is supposed to be the flat side, and that didn't happen. So I'm calling it, guys. Yeah, I'm tapping out. I did a video, I don't know, a couple months ago where I just said I'm moving on, and this is that. This is that. I frogged and got back to a certain point more than once, and I like this stitch for a little added something something, but not for the whole thing. This has been a practice in I don't know, patience, I guess. So these were my little notes on whether I was going to do a chain of 3 or a chain of 4, and whether you increase or decrease on that side or whatever. And so as much as I love what it was supposed to look like, I really, really like how that turns out. But again, I don't know what happened, and I'm not ready to continue to try to beat my head against this wall. So I'm going to frog this out, and then I'll have my full skein again and have to figure out something else to do with it. Empower yourself to do that. I say that all the time. I used to be really afraid to frog stuff because I didn't want to lose all that wasted effort. But sometimes it just doesn't work out like that, you know? Sometimes we get really, really amazing projects completed, and sometimes we just have to call it a day and tap out and move on. So the final thing that I wanted to share has to do with our bleepity Hobby Lobby clearance sale. So if any of you know, Hobby Lobby does their every other week is 30% off of their yarn. So we know that when they're going to do their major clearance for the year, our orange sticker frenzy, that it will be on a week when it's full price. So you're not going on a 30% week and then finding clearance. You're going on a full price week and then finding clearance. Well, you know, experts say that if you go on the week where it's 30% and you go on Saturday, because they're closed on Sunday, so on Saturday they start marking down for Monday of the following week. Well, a few weeks ago I told myself to go check. It was Saturday, we weren't really doing anything, and I said, hey, why don't you go check out Hobby Lobby and see if they're doing their clearance. No, I'll catch it on Monday when I go to work. So I went into the office on Monday and went into Hobby Lobby on my lunch hour, and they had very, very few things left. They had already priced everything and everything was gone. So I did try a second Hobby Lobby on my way home, and the same items that were left at the first store were left at the second store. So I kind of think that the same person went and cleared out both of those. So if you're, you know, if you're one that watches eBay or shops on eBay, I think that that's where we're going to end up seeing a lot of this that just got sucked off the shelves. You know, you really want people to enjoy, everybody to be able to enjoy it a little bit. So when there was nothing left and the same thing was found at the two different stores, I'm pretty sure that somebody just came through and vacuumed it all up. So that is, at least I'm happy to know that it's over and I don't have to think about it again until next year, because when it's coming towards that time of year, you know, I don't know if you're like me, but you start to get anxious. Is it this week? Is it this week? And then you start seeing people post, oh, is it this week? Is it this week? So I'm glad that it's over. I'm sad that I missed it, but I'm glad that it's over. And that's why I allowed myself to kind of go a little bit more crazy on my yarn crawl that my last video showed you about my yarn crawl. That was so much fun. If you guys have the opportunity to maybe set aside a day and you have a few different yarn shops in your area and you want to do a little road trip yarn crawl thing of your own, it was a lot of fun. So I would suggest that to anybody who's got the opportunity to create one of their own. So that's what I've got for my video today. I know that it's, you know, pretty disappointing if I'm not sharing some new yarn goodies with you, but it's my update for today, so for this week. So I hope you're doing well, and I hope you'll come back and see me again. Have a wonderfully blessed day. Thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye. I hope that you enjoy your time with me this morning. One of the Hi guys, it's Amy, and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for your time. I always appreciate your support by clicking on my channels.